tools to protect ourselves against a tyrannical government because they had just managed to fend off one in the Revolutionary War. And they knew that too much government was bad. And they wisely wrote that the Second Amendment, they put it into the Constitution just specifically in order to ensure that Americans could always defend themselves. But these same lefties, the ones upset about abuses of power by government, well, they've taken the last few days, of course, to attack my book and try to incriminate and defame. I expected it. I anticipated it. Now, Media Matters, which is the brainchild of paranoid freakazoid David Brock, went after my book by saying, and I'm not even making this up, hands to sky, by saying that I had misquoted the Founding Fathers. Now, if you read the Media Matters article, you quickly discover that by misquote, they meant that I excerpted the speech and didn't publish the entire speech. It was an excerpt. So, for instance, in my book, I quoted George Washington saying, quote, "A free people," there's David Brock, "a free people ought to be armed." Media Matters took umbrage with the quote, showing this as the accurate one. A free people ought not only to be armed, but disciplined, to which end a uniform and well-digested plan is requisite, and their safety and interest require that they should promote such manufactories as tend to render them independent of others for essential, particularly military, supplies. Do you know what this means? It means he doesn't want them just armed. He wants them self-trained, armed, and ready. So because Media Matters thinks that he said more than what I said, it's a misquote. It baffles me. I mean, they seem completely unaware that they're supporting my use of the quote, which is to say that George Washington loved him some guns. Now, Caleb Howe at Red State completely obliterated their idiocy yesterday, pointing out that not only did Media Matters fumble their characterizations of my excerpts, they fumbled well-established and documented understandings of what these quotes actually mean. Now, as Caleb wrote, quote, another quote, MMFA, Media Matters for America, says was similarly wrong, is from Thomas Jefferson. The laws that forbid the carrying of arms are laws of such a nature. They disarm only those who are neither inclined nor determined to commit such crimes. Such laws make things worse for the assaulted and better for the assailants. Oh my gosh, can I pause that for a minute? Such laws make it better for the assault, worse for the assault, and better for the assailants, huh? They serve rather to encourage than to prevent homicides, for an unarmed man may be attacked with greater confidence than an armed man. Now, that's Thomas Jefferson, quoting 18th century criminologist Cesare Beccaria. But of course, after they present Loesch's version, writes Caleb, they offer no other, because there is no other. That's just the quote. That's what he wrote with his fingers. Botched, they say. Spurious, they claim. Accurate, they mean. You can go to Red State and read the whole thing because it's awesome. But rest assured, folks, Media Matters lived up to their long-standing reputation of hackishness. I mean, honestly, you did a better job of proving the Founding Fathers didn't just support guns for civilians, but they hardcore supported it. But this is what is important to left-wing operatives. They attack those of us that will speak out, and they demand that the people never be in a position where the government wields all the power. Now, attacking those of us that want to be in a position to defend ourselves against all enemies, foreign or domestic. That's what it's about. And make no mistake, though, this attack